I just took like 30 different pictures to get a decent thumbnail. But hello sunshines, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new, hi, my name is Natalie. Today, if you can't tell by the title, we are going to reorganize my bookshelf. I was gonna say bookshelves, but I only have one shelf. We're going through and reorganizing today because some of these look fine, some of them not so much, some on the bottom that I don't know what I'm doing with. And I kind of want to get a gist of how I want to reorganize these. So I figured what better way to take you guys, or what better way to do it than take you guys with me. And also we're going to go through like a whole tour of my bookshelf. This is going to be the one and only bookshelf I have while we live here in North Carolina, because when we move, I don't want to risk the chance of 2 bookshelves breaking. So we're just going to do one for now. But let's get on into this. I have my faith-based books and more of my biographies. Is that what they're called? Like I have one from Betty Maxwell. So I have her book up here and I have a few different ones. So I normally keep those up here. And then I have like a few romance, more romance, and then my book of the month. So I have kind of got to go through and break these down, take them off the shelf, and reorganize them. I have an idea of what I want to do, so I'm going to show y'all. Before I reorganize, I want to show you all a package I got from Book of the Month. This is not sponsored by Book of the Month, but if one day they decide to sponsor it, I would love that. Book of the Month is a monthly subscription box where they have curated books for each month, and they have a team of people that choose a certain number of books each month for you to be able to choose and have one. It is risk-free. You can get it every month at your own convenience. And this month, the month of January, I got the book, The Reunion. This is a romance book. It is honestly like fairly thin. And it's a sometimes real life happy endings require going off script. I'm honestly really excited to read this. Maybe this can be my February TBR. We'll see. And then it always comes with a bookmark. So I am now in the friend zone from Book of the Month. I love these bookmarks. I have been loving using bookmarks just because I don't like the dog page on them, the doggy ear, because it messes up my books. But yeah, we're gonna add this to our pile of books. So starting off with the first portion of this, down at the bottom, I have a lot of my hardcovers of my Book of the Month books. So I kind of want to stack them vertically instead of doing them horizontally. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, y'all, probably like 15 minutes later, I have my shelves organized. Nothing drastic, but just enough to where I like it and I can still decipher things. I'll kind of take you through a lot of the books that I own. So like I said, this top shelf is going to be kind of like the self-help, faith, and biography. So I have a book by Betty Maxwell, Miss Unlikely, My Money, My Way, Live, another Live book, 2 Rachel Hollis books, Girl Wash Your Hair, Girl Stop Apologizing, devotional, some more things, another money book by Dave Ramsey, and a few other things. I have a picture of myself with my nephew, my 2 dogs from back home, and me and my sister when she was pregnant about 3-4 years ago. And then I have a lot of my classics. So I have Pride and Prejudice, Great Gatsby, This Side of Paradise, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, The Christmas Carol, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and Attractions. So that's pretty much my top shelf. And I also have this snow globe from Disney World. Just kind of shake it. Also, on top, y'all, I didn't even talk about this. This is one of my boxes my Bridgerton books came in. This is the other box that has the gifts in them. So, I will open those up in their own little video. The second shelf, I kind of call it my fantasy shelf because that's pretty much what it is. So the first three things you see up here are going to be my Disney Funko Pops. We have Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. And then behind them, we have the first, or three of the Harry Potter books. We have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, The Prisoner of Azkaban, and The Goblet of Fire. Don't have the first one because I borrowed that from my sister. And I will probably thrift through the rest of them because I'm going to read a lot of these on my Kindle Unlimited. I have the Twisted Tale series. I have two of them. So This Is Love and Part of Your World. By far, So This Is Love was my favorite. And these are classic retellings on like Cinderella and the different princesses. So it says, what if Cinderella never tried on the glass slipper? And this one about the Little Mermaid is, what if Ariel had never defeated Ursula? Of course, it is not BookTube without ACOTAR. So I have the whole ACOTAR series, plus a little like novella that goes with it. We have A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and A Court of Silver Flames. If you'd like to see a vlog of me reading this, because I'm not a huge fantasy reader, but I'm trying to change that this year, let me know in the comments down below, and I would definitely make this a vlog. I also have the Cinder series. I'm missing one of the books. I want to say the book I'm missing, gosh, I wish I could remember it. But I have Cinder, Cress, Winter, and Stars Above. This one is kind of like a continuation of it. And then I have the Stephen King book, Insomnia. I want to read this year, but books this size are kind of intimidating to me. It is probably at least, almost 800 pages. It's 792. So these books are kind of intimidating. I kind of just slide that back on the shelf. This next shelf is my big time romance shelf. So the first two things up here are, I have a picture of my husband when he was in basic training. Fun fact, if you didn't know, we are a military family, so you kind of get a glimpse of that. And then next I have this picture, or this quote, I don't know why I said picture, I think I said picture because it's like a little block that my husband gave me, and it says, I can't say I love you enough, so this is your reminder. He got me this when we were dating, and I thought this is the perfect shelf to put it on. So starting in this corner, we will start from the bottom. I have 6 Jenny Han books. I have the To All the Boys I Loved Before series, so it's To All the Boys I've Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You, and Always and Forever, Laura Jean. Some of my favorite books. Then I have her Summer I Turned Pretty series. So I have the Summer I Turned Pretty, It's Not Summer Without You, and We'll Always Have Summer. I'd love to do a vlog of that towards like the end of spring, beginning of summer, because we'll be moving this summer. So I want to have that content up for you guys while we're moving. Then I have this book, The Love Hypothesis by Lee Hazelwood. I've heard so many things about it, and I'm super excited to read it. I also have The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I love the cover, and pretty much what I try to do with this, I try to keep all of the authors together when they had like a series, but also I wanted it to be somewhat like coordinated in color. You'll kind of understand. But like I said, Summer of Broken Rules, 5 feet apart, I read a few years back. I have Midnight Library, Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, which is one of my favorite books of 5 out of 5 stars. And then The Hate You Give. I read that a few years back when the movie came out and really enjoyed it. This is apparently like a very like limited edition cover. It's a collector's edition, I think. And I really like it, and y'all can see me in there. Then in this little corner, I have Wonderlost. I got this a few years back when it was a recommendation on like YouTube, so I grabbed that. The Sun Is Also a Star, and Getting Over Mr. Right. I actually thrifted this book, so I'm super excited to read that. Then behind that wonderful picture, I need to clean the spines of this book off because they kind of came a little dirty. I have my Bridgerton series from Once Upon a Book Club. I have read 3 out of the 8 books, so all I have left, if I'm not mistaken, it is going to be Colin, Eloise, Francesca, Hyacinth, and Gregory. I think those are the last Bridgerton siblings, and I've already read through Daphne, Antony's, and Benedict's story, but I love these. I love the way the covers look. They definitely have a very classy look. There's actually a new one that someone came out with, a new printed edition that actually is like beautifully printed. But that is my third shelf. My fourth shelf down here, I have more romance books. If you can't tell, I'm a big romance reader. I have this picture of myself and my husband when we went out to California a few years back. He is from California, so we go out every so often to visit. But anytime I have a romance shelf, I always put him up there because he's like my real life romance. So on this side, we have the OG romance that started it all, which was Nicholas Sparks. And I have quite a bit of his books because I love his writing style. It was definitely a lot more mature and not as smutty, but it definitely is like, gives very like romance. I was going to say rom-com, very romance movie aspect. So we have The Longest Ride. I read and watched this and I loved it. A Walk to Remember, The Notebook, Dear John, The Last Song, The Best of Me, Safe Haven, The Choice, The Wedding, and Nights in Rodin. The Wedding is actually in, it kind of correlates with The Notebook because we're dealing with, sorry to spoil it, the son and the daughter of Noah. So yeah, I have all my Nicholas Sparks books. And in this corner are a lot of like new releases and older releases. So we have Christina Lauren in Holidays. I love this book. It's giving very like Groundhog's Day, redo every day. Then we have This Santa Suit by Mary Kay Andrews. I didn't get to read this book this past year, but I'm going to read it this Christmas. Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. Always in December. A Very Merry Bromance. Archer's Voice. Ugly Love. Weather Girl. X's and O's. Love in the Time of Serial Killers. It Ends With Us. Love in Other Words. In 5 Years. One Day in December, and then Icebreaker. Sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to zoom in like that, but this is what it all looks like. I kind of try to make them coordinated in a sense, but yeah. And we have finally gotten down to the last shelf, the bottom shelf, and a lot of these are my Book of the Month books that I have accumulated over time. So, starting off at the bottom, this one was not Book of the Month, but I have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Pretty Little Wife, The Wife Between Us, Night Swim, People Like Her, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Magic Lessons, The Last Party, When We Were Bright and Beautiful, The Dating Plan, The Last Story of Mina Lee, The Reunion, Head Over Heels, Beach Read, and I freaking love Emily Henry. I love Emily Henry. This time next year, and The Holiday Swap, another holiday book I did not get to this year, but I hopefully will get to next year. Then I have The Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany. I lost the jacket for that. Where the Crawdads Sing, and then 28 Summers by Eileen Heidelberg. I have a bunch of things down here in bookmarks, and some things just sitting on the ground. But that is pretty much my whole entire bookshelf. I have a lot of books. I have quite a few that I need to read through, but that is my goal to get through this year. I hope you guys enjoyed going through and reorganizing my bookshelves with me. But I hope you'll have an absolutely amazing day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified anytime I make an upload. Bye, guys.